Hey guys. If I have not met you yet, my name is Ashley Diet, and I am a Diamond with Young Living. I know I have this super funky thing on, but it's like burning hot in Virginia right now in the summer, but it's like cold in the AC inside. So hot, cold, hot, cold. So I'm here, really want to talk about poverty mindset and want to talk about ways to break free from that and go through and do a visualization activity with you guys. So I want to ask you first and foremost, are you willing to invest the next 20 minutes in yourself? Are you? Because for me, this is ongoing work that I have to renew my mind with every single day. I have to realize that the old mentality that I formed from my habits and my upbringing, and honestly, even just me feeling like I wasn't worthy, that those habits do not serve me now, they will not serve me in the future, and they're things that I must shed away, strip off that dead weight, and move forward and step into what God has for me. And that big plan that He has includes one of abundance, includes one of not just worthiness, but walking into something believing that it is for me. I'm not just worth it, but it's mine. And already going out and believing that the things that are visions and dreams in my heart that I'm seeking after, that they're already done for me. I simply have to take the steps to go and embrace them and take them and make them actually come to fruition or see them clearly. So we're going to go through that. And we're really going to work today on finding the things that are in your own brain, in your own heart, and habits in your own life that are leaving you empty, that are leaving you feeling like you're not worthy of the income this business provides. And therefore you are someone who's supposed to stay in your current situation, or worse. Some of us that have habits that are actually those fun self-fulfilling prophecies that are things like, I'm never going to be able to retire, or I'm never going to be able to pay on my mortgage, or I'm always going to live paycheck to paycheck. So really specific strategies that we'll have to combat that, get through it, and come out on the other side and know that each and every one of us are worthy, not just of World Crown Diamond as a title, we're worthy of the income. And we know, as Mary Young, president of our company, has said over and over again, money in the hands of good people can do incredible things on the world. And I want my life to be one that goes beyond the time I walk this earth, but provides a lasting legacy and an example for 9 generations behind me, because that really is what we know generational impact has. So we're talking 9 generations. I am going to influence their thinking and their thought patterns and their beliefs. And I want to be someone that gives blessings to generations after me and not hands down bad habits and what I would say are generational curses. So let's go through it, y'all. Let's chase after it, and let's talk about what it looks like to have a poverty mindset. So if you need to take notes or write down kind of self-check things, or if any of your habits fit into these categories, please do so. Because I know for me, I can think that I have this great abundance mentality and I'm like dumping all these amazing all over myself, and I'm not worried about, dollars and cents per se every single day, because I have a plan and I'm taking action and I'm attracting out what I'm putting into the universe. But you know what, guys? I have bad habits too. I grew up in, not that it's good or bad, but I grew up definitely with like coupon cutting and only believing I was worthy of buying things on sale. And I adopted those habits definitely as an adult, was kind of obsessive with coupons, obsessive with a grocery budget, obsessive with only buying, the meat that's on sale this week, and only buying what, is on sale this week as far as cooking. And I would make all the ingredients together, only buying clothes that are on sale, only getting a purse that was on sale 70% off. And what happens when I do that is that I don't believe I'm worthy of something that's full price, or I don't believe I'm worthy of something that is for my health, but it's not on sale. Like I would buy, maybe not the organic kale, because I'm going to buy the conventional baby spinach that's in a bag because it's a lot cheaper and it's on sale. So if you only believe you're worthy of things that are on sale and cheap, a little bit of a poverty mentality. So let's go through it. A poverty mentality is one that influences behaviors consistent with beliefs that money shouldn't be spent, opportunities are limited, and that any and all risk with financial things is dangerous. And success is actually only temporary, completely non-replicable, and generally remaining in the back of the pack is the safest. So maybe middle of the pack sometimes, but you don't want to be risky, right? And if anyone is a person of faith, and as you watch this, for me, faith and risk are actually synonymous. they mean the same thing. So for me to have full faith in my finances and full faith in this opportunity, I have to lay it all on the line sometimes, and I have to be a little risky because I believe in a life of faith over fear. And that means I believe in a life full of risks and not always full of safety. And if you want to be on this amazing bandwagon of residual income, an amazing bandwagon of entrepreneurship, you got to adopt that mentality a little bit. So do a little self-check. See, where do you fall on that? A poverty mentality looks at successful people and assumes they were lucky, sneaky, or in the right place at the right time. And that's how they got where they are. When we do this, it removes the burden that they could move their feet and accomplish what they accomplished, which means it removes the burden that you could move your feet, move your mind, and accomplish what they accomplished. Because they've decided it's possible for them. You have to decide it's possible for you. So a lot of times when we look at something that's impossible, we look at it as being not worthy, not able to be attained, and it really changes. Hold on for a second, guys. Super embarrassing for my kids, but get out of my office. I'm working. Get out. So what happens is that this poverty mentality can be deeply rooted and it's generational and it's very hard to break out of. So it requires retraining of your mind, adapting and being disciplined and reshaping your thoughts and your intentions so they align with the life that you want to live. So when you see people making excuses as to why this isn't for them, why they can't attain financial freedom, why it doesn't look right for them, even though so many others have attained it, it usually stems from this generational poverty mentality. It usually stems from them believing not only in playing it safe, but them having models around them, people around them, not just parents, but other adults that they trust and believe in and look to as examples. They, don't believe it's for them. If you're around people who say stuff like, oh, must be nice to be a pro football player and make so much money. Oh, must be nice to join that country club. Oh, must be nice to be able to afford private education. Oh, it must be so nice to have that, free healthcare from the military. Like, do y'all realize that stuff is saying like, because I don't believe I deserve it. I don't believe I deserve it. Therefore, they don't deserve it. And this like luck thing or this like, oh, must be nice comparison trap. So if you hear yourself saying stuff like that, it's a sick mentality that you have to get rid of to be able to bust through the barrier in this business that's going to lead you to the financial and time freedom that I know you so desperately seek and you're so desperately worthy of. So here's some signs that you might have it. I know you're like, this is so yucky, Ashley, but you got to check yourself. There's usually no personal development in your life. You're not intentionally trying to grow, get better, or learn more, and you're not surrounding yourself with people who are trying to better themselves. You have no plan to get out of your situation. You or your spouse may have a job you hate. You may be on government assistance. You may be living paycheck to paycheck. You hate where you live. You don't like your house. You don't like the schools your kids are in, but you have no plan to change it. You kind of like being stuck there. Your goals in your life are either non-existent or really. You've accepted that there's a certain way of life. That's your fate. You've never believed or never looked at how to do more or thought outside of the box. You have 0 written down goals right now. Or maybe your written down goal is like enroll 1 person this month. And it's not this big vision for your life of what would happen if you enrolled 10 people this month and the next month and the next month and the next month. You also believe that you're a victim of other people's decisions or choices. You blame it like on the government or your parents or just some kind of circumstances. You're on a constant search for the cheapest alternative to things, even if it's at a discomfort or disadvantage. You have an obsession with getting deals and free things. Believe that when you are lucky, you succeed, and when you're incompetent, you fail. And when you fail, it's a sign of being incompetent. Feelings of guilt when you have more than someone else. This happens in our business all the time, where you're like, oh, we started at the same time, or we both work a lot of hours and they're still, here and I'm here, and, I just want to help them. Like, you're there where you are for a reason, and you can help lift that person up. But no feelings of guilt or shame should ever be attached to success in your business, because you're worthy of this. And your worth of this doesn't make them any less worthy. Here's a great one. Never feeling you have enough reserves or resources. hoarding away things, stashing them away, buying, 25 million canned goods and stashing away money and cash all over and always saving everything, never feeling like you can ever spend. So a belief that you can lose it all despite everything you do. You're like, oh, I'm just going to lose it all. The economy's going to come. I'm going to never have any money. My 401k is going to go away and we're going to be poor and broke. No, you're not. If you made it, you can make it again. And you can also continue to make it. So I see so much of this all the dang time. Scarcity, depression, panic, too scared to move. So instead of staying safe, which actually your safety for a lot of you guys is probably bondage to a life that you don't actually love, it gets worse and worse when you're around a bunch of people with the same shared mentality. So a family, a spouse, a group of friends, you're around these people and you got to be the cycle breaker because ain't nobody else gonna break that cycle but you. You got to break your own cycle. Step out, step away, stop comparing yourself to other people and look at how you can become better. You have to be different and you have to be a person that doesn't ingrain this in your children and your children's children. So developing an abundance mentality, let's go after it. First, you have to study those you wish to become. Is there someone who's achieved the success you want to achieve? Follow them on social media. Read their posts. Allow them to speak into your life. Listen to them when they speak, even if it's like a person you don't know and you're listening to recordings of them speaking. Attend events they put on. Hint, hint. This group right now, as in our Young Living community, is filled with leaders who have achieved financial and time freedom. If that's your goal, listen to them. 2, set goals. When's the last time you set a crazy high goal that you didn't even know if it was possible, but you knew that you wanted to chase after it? Remember, you have to reanalyze, revisit your goals and work on them daily. Have them in front of you daily. Write them down daily. If you can't remember when you did this, it means it's been too long. If you don't have the right goals set up that are too big, that you don't even feel like they're scary, they're like, check off the box this week, then you're literally doing it wrong. And of course, you will have smaller goals that help you on the steps to achieve those goals, but you need to grab a notebook and literally write them down. You need to have goals for your finances, relationships, personal development, business, your family, everything. 3, comprehend that it's all on you, sister. Realizing whether you like it or not, the option to be in a negative state of mind regarding your situation is all on you. If you want to get out of the situation you're in, it's all on you. It's necessary for you to believe that it is all on you so that you can take ownership for the steps you're taking. This means that if you live in a bad neighborhood you don't like, it's all on you. If you have a job you don't like, all on you. Your children's behavior, pretty much all on you. To monitor these things, change them, and roll out a new mindset to have a plan to work on them. This means there's no complaining, walking around, or waiting. That means there's no complaining about your upline or about Young Living or about people not enrolling. This goes to realize that it's time to roll up your sleeves, do the dirty work to change your reality and your family's reality. This goes along with realizing that nothing's owed to you. Your life, all on you. Your success, nothing's owed to you. No one owes you something. 4, change your environment if needed. I can't stress it enough. You become who you're around. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time around. A lot of time can be consumed with meaningless things. If you consume your mind and your time with meaningless things, you will get meaningless results. If you're surrounded by people complaining about things that make you feel like it's pointless to try and change your situation, simply because they're not trying to change theirs, you need to get new friends, new people. You can't get a new family, but you can surround yourself with them less. The abundance mentality will rub off on you if you surround yourself with other people who do believe in worthiness of abundance or abundance mentality. 5, motivate and inspire others. The cool thing about putting ourselves in the role of a mentor is that it makes us feel worthy of that position. So is there someone around you that wants to be in the same place too? Don't wait for inspiration. Inspire someone. Want wealth? Help someone get the wealth they want. The cool thing about that is that's how our business works. We get paid to help others below us get paid. So if you've made it through this video and you're not offended, you don't have your panties in a bunch, then I can say you're on your way to an abundance mentality. Because the very least you're willing to examine yourself and move forward. And the truth is all of us have some sort of personal growth that we have done to get to this point where we believe any of this to be true. Be willing to listen. Be willing to put in the time. The freedom is always worth it. You're worthy and you're capable of living a life that you love. You have to shift your thinking and believe it right now. And remember that getting there is all on you, and you can do it. And you're so beautifully worthy of it. So this mindset shift, it doesn't take place overnight. It doesn't take place over a week. It doesn't even take place over a year. It's years and years of saying yes, of showing up, of believing that you're worth it, of reading the doggone books, of sitting through seminars if you need to, of taking a personal inventory of how you can spend your money, of sitting alongside the people who have influenced you and deciding like you don't want that kind of life anymore if it's not how you want your mind to work. But also like speaking it out and realizing that you're going to be a little different. And that's okay, because you're worth it, girl. So now I'm going to ask you to join me in an exercise that for some of you guys, you might not be ready for it. But for some of you, it's just what you need. So you need to close your eyes, get yourself in a really quieted state of mind. I want you to picture yourself. You've been working really hard in this business, sharing and sharing away. You aren't sure what that means for your family. But you go into your virtual office, you see that it's payday and everyone posted. And you click on your account, look at your commissions. You got a check for $600. $600. 2 months ago, you were still learning how to use your oils, and you still are, but $600. How would you use this money to love your family, to love others? What would you spend it on? How would you invest it in your future? What difference would it make in your life? Would it be a grocery store trip for all organic food? Would it cover your Essential Rewards order? Pay for a couple hours of childcare so you could invest in your business? Would it buy you that shirt you've been eyeing for months? All right, the next month. Now it's September. That was you opening up your August paycheck, your July paycheck in August. So now it's September. September comes around, you're looking at August commissions, and you open up your virtual office and you see a check for $1,040. $1,040. And you've learned the power of residual income, and you know that $1,040 will happen not just September, but October and November and December, and it's going to stick around with you because it's not just from what you've done. You've grown a team. You're enrolling people. You're doing it together. What would you do with that $1,040? What difference would it make in your life? What bill would you pay? What would you buy? Who would you bless with it? How would it allow you to experience freedom in a way you've never experienced? So 6 more months go by, looking at your check again, and now your check is actually $3,000. Solid silver income, $3,000. You have tears in your eyes because this money, this $3,000 is 3 times the amount of money you expected to be making right now. What debt would you pay? What would you give to? Who would you bless? How would you love and support your family? What foods would you buy? What home improvements would you make? What investments would be around from this money that's going to happen, recurring, residual, over and over, regardless if you take time off, regardless of what you do, but this income will keep coming. This $3,000 will not stop here. It will come month after month after month. So that $3,000, 10 months, that's $30,000. That money you never knew that you never knew that you needed, and you never knew you would be able to make. So a year later, your paycheck is actually $8,000. Which is $80,000 in 10 months of it. What are you going to do with that money? How would you love to use it to love and serve your family and others? Do you see yourself getting that $8,000? Do you believe you're worth it? How does it make you feel down deep in your soul? Open your eyes. I want you to realize that money's real. As it comes to you, it's because you work hard and you believe you're worth it. You are worth it. We're all worth it. Let's put in the work to get there and party like crazy on every milestone on the way to being Royal Crown Diamonds, achieving full financial freedom, having the best time doing it, and building an amazing army of people who are all about abundance and are going to seek after the same kind of lifestyle with us.